one side, it means the auction has been wiped out. Now the row underneath is interesting, where we have a finished auction. So the market participants have agreed that this is a fair price, right? So the market is less likely to visit that price. So this price specifically was at 60.83. So once we have a wiped out auction at 60.83, the zero significantly increases the chances of price not going back there. So this is the power of using order flow. When you see a zero, it means the auction has been wiped out, and there's a lower probability that the market is going to retest that price. Now, if we look at the row underneath, we have 173 for 500. Now, from an order flow perspective, from the delta here is massively positive, right? And then from here, we see a lot of aggressive red delta, right, after this. So this is the beauty of order flow, because you can read exactly where the orders are failing, right? These are failed buyers. These are failed buyers. These are failed buyers because we're at a key level. We are looking for the failure of, in this case, we're looking for a failure of buyers to tell us that the bearish fair value gap is strong, and that gives us the indication to take price lower, right? So one thing I look for again is I look for sudden switches of the delta at key levels, right? So this key level had a sudden switch. So we had 173 for 500, and then we had 638 for 277. Look at the switch, and look at this aggressive, rapid switch in the delta. This means that buyers are very, very quickly being changed to sellers, right? Lots of aggressive buyers have now been switched to aggressive sellers. Even here, 500 for only 99, massive switch from over here. So what does this tell us from a trading perspective? What does this tell us from an order flow perspective? Well, buyers have failed, buyers have failed, buyers have failed. So we've seen multiple buyers fail to drive price higher, and then we see a sudden shift to the downside. So this is on the 5-minute time frame. On the 1-minute time frame, you're able to use this information and catch sells from this level. And as you can see from here, the sellers were very much in control for the rest of the session. We had a massive move to the downside, and it all comes from understanding what is actually happening at those key levels. So this is something we discussed last session, where we looked at finished auctions and we looked at the order flow. Now, the other thing I want to introduce traders to is the volume, right? The volume is something we will go over in future lessons.